me get this up. Let me share. All right, take care, brother. Change this real quick. Perfect. All right, we got a few people coming in. Let's All right, let me start sharing this so I can get this out to a few people. I'll have Dems announce it. All right, guys. Let me put this out in a few different chats for whoever wants to join us. All right, a few more chats. I gotta just post this in, make sure we get enough people coming in for our high ticket product research. It's gonna be a fun one just because Chinese New Year. You'll see, you'll see. For those of you in the chat, let me know if everything sounds good. I want to make sure my mic and my camera is working. Still kind of slumming it today. So haven't had time to do my hair, but you know, I just want to get this stuff going. Starting in 5 minutes. So let's see, we are in 3 minutes, so I'm gonna start this in about 3 more minutes. Okay, sound works. Perfect, guys. So I'm gonna look. Let's go to Google Shopping. Golf. All right. So we're going to start here in about 2 more minutes, guys. Just let a few people come in the chat. Definitely say hi. If you're in here, let me know that you can hear me. I'm going to sip on some of this coffee I made this morning. Try to get my energy up and good. So tasty. Hey, what's up, Gabris? Good to have you. Oh, thanks, G. Man, I'm just so stoked to just do this and share information. Working at home, I don't have a lot of people to talk to. What's up, Boxes? So this is kind of my way of chilling at the water cooler, just chatting, talking about different stuff, trying to get some ideas out there, get some of that creative energy flowing. So I'm excited to be doing this. I think, we have a few people here. I really don't care how big this stream goes or how little we have. So I'm just going to work with what we got, because the value to me is like sometimes in the smaller groups, you know, when you get so many people, you kind of like lose that focus of really what the purpose is, because everyone has so many questions. So I kind of prefer the small groups. And I'm glad to hear that Shop Hunter is working so well for you on the win rate of testing products. Man, that's amazing to hear. I definitely stand by what I create. It's not just to make money, but it's also to help people. And if you have a purpose of helping people versus just making money, that's where you're going to be most successful in life. Like even in e-commerce products and solving problems, by helping people solve their problems, you're going to make way more money than just trying to find a product that is about making money. And that's where I've also been so successful. Do I test with Google Shopping with high ticket products? That is my favorite place, and I will explain exactly how we test high ticket products with Google Shopping today. We're going to get into that. But first, I'm just going to show you guys like the basis of how to find high ticket products on Google Shopping, like really easy. Okay. So we're going to get started here. This stream is going to be about high ticket product research, and we're going to be discussing how to find high ticket products, how to find suppliers, how to talk to them. And we're going to give you some examples of other high ticket stores, what they're doing right, and what it takes to be successful doing high ticket drop shipping and product research. And what's up, Brandon? Glad to have you here. Shout out to you. So on Google Shopping, this is kind of where I like to start. Okay. You can find all sorts of different stuff. An example is you want to start searching something broad. Like you could do golf, you could do fishing. You could literally type anything in here, okay? And what you're gonna do when you first type something in here is you're gonna change the price filter over here on the left side. And I'll usually enter in like minimum $500, okay? And what this is gonna do is it's gonna show you products that are gonna be only high ticket, and it's gonna filter out all those low ticket products, okay? When I'm looking at products, the first thing that really catches my eye is how many reviews something has, okay? Because if there's reviews, that means that there's definitely a demand for those high ticket products. And something that doesn't have as many reviews isn't going to have as much demand normally. Doesn't mean it's not a good product, but you know, we're trying to like bring the cream to the top, and that's where we want to be, versus advertising things that may not be as successful or as in high demand. And something to consider too is like high ticket products are not searched as much as low ticket products, just because if you think about it, the amount of time somebody's going to purchase a high ticket product versus a low ticket product, you're going to have a lot more volume on low ticket products versus high ticket. So when you see like the search volumes on Google, don't discount it as not being something that's in demand, just because, you know, the searches are 500 searches a month or something, because it just takes one sale to make a big portion of profit. The other thing to consider too is like if you're getting into high ticket, your margins are going to be less, but you're going to have a higher dollar margin. So like your percentage might be only say 20 or 30%, say like on a $3,000 product, for example. Even if it's 20%, you know, you're making $600 on it, you know, and it could be more. It depends on the product. You just have to consider like shipping and stuff. Those are the other challenges with high ticket products. A lot of them end up shipping by freight depending on the size. But if you go after smaller items like this Garmin fishing live scope, it's going to work really well. See, I'm going to mute myself on that channel. All right. Yeah, we are live streaming up on YouTube for those who hear me in another Discord. So what I'm looking at here is like these type of products right here, like this hook reveal slip shot. This is going to be an example of an easy to ship product that's high ticket, and this boat's going to be something that might end up going through freight. With freight, it just takes a little bit more organization as far as shipping goes, because they have to coordinate the delivery on freight items, where this hook reveal slip shot can be shipped through standard shipping method, and then you just require a signature. That way you can make sure it gets there safely, it doesn't get stolen off somebody's porch. You know, these are all things to consider. So when I start doing high ticket product research, I like to kind of start bringing up some sites. So we're going to track them in Shop Hunter and just figure out, you know, what type of stuff is really selling or doing well. The reason I'm choosing fishing right now is the next season we're coming into is going to be spring. So I believe that, you know, it's going to be a good season. We're going to try to find Shopify sites. This looks like it could be Shopify. And I kind of like these types of products that are smaller but still high ticket. So let's see what we can find. All right. What we got here? Okay, this one's going to need to be tracked. See, I love this. Whenever I find a store that no one else is tracking and that needs time, that's usually like a really good sign, because no one else is thinking like I am. So I'm going to put this as high ticket, create a tag. Okay. And we're going to tag this one. Let's see here, high ticket. And like most high ticket products, you're going to be pushing them on Google. Let's see, fly fishing, Montrose anglers. Okay, so that's one. We're gonna get rid of this one. Let's track this guy. And once we find a really good product to sell, a lot of these are gonna be shipped from the United States. Actually, 90% of them are. You're gonna go directly to either the brand or the distributor and set up a wholesale account. That's how a lot of high ticket works. You're just riding off of another brand. So it's really easy. Like when you're doing like Google, you are not going after the broad keywords, guys. You're going to go after like make, model, SKU, basically. And that's where your money is going to be made on high ticket. Ooh, look at this. The fishing scale. Ooh, scales are another good product. This does not look like it's Shopify, but like literally we could just Google this and find a lot of other scale shops to get ideas. Like I kind of want to look into this. A fishing tournament scale. I want to look up. Ooh, look at all these keywords, man. Dispensary weighing scale. Like anything for business, man. Like, because businesses don't always like look for the deals. They're willing to pay more for a solution. So like if you're gonna drop ship like stuff that they have at like a bakery or like an industrial business, there's a lot of money to be made in that. Let's see, counting scales. Let me look at business scales. This kind of has my attention. Uline. We want like industrial type scales, for example, or like scientific scales. These are going to be used more in like business settings where these businesses are going to have like money to spend. And that's what I like about these types of products. Like you could just, one sale can make you like easily sometimes $1,000 or a few $100, just really easily. Let's see. This is not Shopify. The thing too that you're gonna run into with like a lot of high ticket is you're gonna have like a lot of these like boomer type shops, which are like set up on like WordPress. So not all of them are gonna be able to be tracked, but you just gotta go through it and find stuff. Like, let's see here. Let's go back to this slip shot, like fishing stuff. And think about like how many commercial fisheries or fishing boats out there. Lawrence factory. Look, I'm curious if this is actually the brand or someone else. Yeah, no, this is straight up the brand. Okay. No, this is factory outlet store. So this is someone drop shipping these products. And let me kind of explain this to you real quick. So Lawrence, okay. Let's see here. It's on YouTube. Check the free chat real quick. So on Lawrence, for example, here, if we wanted to get this account, let me show you what we would do, guys. We're going to go usually to the very bottom of the site. We're going to look for anything that says like wholesale or dealer. This is find a dealer, so we know that they work with other people. Now, if you don't find anything about wholesale on the very bottom of the site, you're just going to click contact us. And let's see if we can find anything. Service warranty, delivery, returns. You're basically going to look for their phone number. So you could literally just call them up once you find it. Let's see here. These guys are a little bit more challenging. Okay. And if you can't find a phone number, you could also submit it through their contact form, although your response rate is going to be a little bit lower. But once you find their phone number too, you can call them up and you basically just say, hey, we would like to set up a wholesale account. Can you send me an application? They're going to ask for a sales certificate and usually a website. So like if you're getting into a niche like this, it really helps to have like a fishing site set up, for example, because it's going to be, you're going to be like the ideal reseller that they're going to want to work with because they see that you're more serious about it. But if you don't have a website for this, usually they're going to like question working for you. Like an example would be like, if you look at this Fit and Fire, okay, you have a site like this set up, you don't even have to have that many products, but they're going to take you a lot more serious if you have a site like this versus no site at all. But a trick too is like, if you want to get like a jump start on it without a site, you could just tell them that you're launching a new business, your site's currently under development, and you're trying to get products in advance for your launch, and you have a bunch of customers that are looking forward to buying from you, and you have a big list. Like you really want to like sell yourself when you're getting these accounts, because if you're just not telling them enough about you, like they may not take you serious. It's going to be harder to get accounts, but you know, just put that into consideration. Ooh, look at this. Pallet scales, man, that has got to be expensive. Sorry, I'm kind of like jumping all over because I see stuff that catches my eye. Pallet scales. Let me see. We got a few questions on here. Let's see. Would you say that high ticket drop shipping needs very high ad spend? No, not at all. Because if you're targeting, like I said, the SKU, make and model, like you see this H169 on this pallet jack, for example, or let's pull up just like this one here, Global Industrial. Okay. So you would be targeting on high ticket drop shipping the brand. So if someone looked up global industrial scale or pallet scale, those are going to be what you're going to want to target, as well as this model number. A lot of people are going to search for this. So like if I went and searched for that model number, look, I don't even see any shopping up on here. Only one person is running it. And that's because it's going to be way more qualified traffic than you know, someone just looking up pallet scale. Like if you look up pallet scale, you're going to have a lot of different options. Okay. And this is a little bit more specialized. So you have to take it with like a grain of salt. Like if you were doing like electric fireplaces, for example, like this is like super broad, guys. Even though this is a high ticket product, you still, like the person doesn't know what they want, you know what I mean? So they're going to be looking at all these different options where if, for example, they want this Napoleon Infratech patio heater, that's going to be way more direct. Same with this model number here. So you're going to go after, like I said, the brand and the model and the make and SKU too. Like, see, the SKU is the same. So that's what you're going to want to target, and that's why they've done the SEO on this listing. And so when you get a supplier, like they're going to have sometimes like a CSV sheet where you could automatically upload these into your site in bulk, and then you're just going to have someone do SEO on them. And then you're going to run Google Shopping. So when an order gets pushed through, you just place the order with the supplier. Each supplier has a different type of way to take orders. Some of them do email, some will do it through their website. And, to find competitors, you can reverse image search these, just like Brandon's saying. There's a lot of ways to go about it. But like Google Shopping is going to be like your cornerstone for bringing in traffic. But let's track a few of these. Like, I just want to show you guys like how much money is made in high ticket. Because I feel like that's what everyone's here for. It's not about like, oh, does high ticket, sound good? But you guys want to see how much money these guys are making. Look, someone stopped tracking this, but when this was being tracked, this site is consistently doing over $40,000 a day. Just selling electric fireplaces, guys. Look, that's all these guys sell. So if I wanted to sell this, I would just make a list of all the brands, Dimplex, Duraflame. And then I would just hit up this company right here, get a wholesale account set up after you fill out the information, load all their products on your site, do some SEO work, run it on Google Shopping. You're going to want to negative out any keywords that are like broad keywords and just go after, like I said, the make, model, and so you're going to do like Duraflame 20-inch, like that would be a good keyword. Or or you're going to go after Duraflame infrared fireplace. But if you're doing like just electric fireplace, this may not convert as well. You're going to probably burn a lot of money versus like going after the SKU for SEO too. So just make sure like when you see those initial batch of keywords coming through on your keyword report on Google, that you're getting rid of anything like infrared electric fireplace. Like that is going to burn your money, guys, because there's so many different types that the customer doesn't know what they're looking for if they're searching this specific keyword. And like I said, the fulfillment process on this is really simple, guys. All you have to do is you have that wholesale account up. This is a US supplier, so this will ship fast. As you can see, they're in Henderson, Nevada. Once you place the order, they should probably ship this out within 48 hours if it's in stock. They'll charge your credit card. They'll give you the shipping information, usually by email. You just enter in that tracking number on your Shopify store, and your customer will get sent that information through email, of course, and then, they receive it. Something that you just want to be aware of too, like when you're doing high ticket products, is like have a good return policy. Okay. And oh, look at this, like wholesale inquiries. Like this just goes to show, you would hit these guys up for a wholesale account. And if they don't approve you for a wholesale account, you could also go to like distributors too. That'll carry a lot of this, but like distributors are kind of like middlemen, so they're gonna mark it up a little bit more than the brand is. So that's why it's always good to go directly to a brand like this. Let's see, would you recommend going into just one niche or focusing? I would do one niche. Like if you're gonna do like barbecues or electric fireplaces, I would just focus on that one niche. But you could do like home stuff too and kind of encompass it all, but like you want to be like more specialized in just that one area. Let's see. How do you know the demand for a product? I mean, okay, there's a few ways. One, you can use Google Keyword Explorer to look at the search volume. You could go to trends.google.com. Like, I'll just show you. For example, if you look up electric fireplace, okay, you can see like there's definitely demand. If you look at 5 years too, of course, you know, during winter time, you're going to have way more demand. So, you know, just consider that. This is pretty cool. You could also see like related different stuff. Top fireplace electric insert, TV stands with electric fireplaces. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, if there's definitely a high search volume, that means that there's demand. And then to figure out like what the best selling products are, you could just search it, track it in Shop Hunter, and you're going to be able to see like right here, okay, like their Dimplex, the selling. Just look for patterns. Like, I see Dimplex now 2 times in here, Armani multiple times. So like I would see this and that would tell me, okay, I need to get an account with Armani. So I'd look up Armani, okay, I'd have a list of all these on a spreadsheet. I contact Armani. I'd be like, hey, we're interested in setting up a wholesale account with you. Could you send me over the application, fill it out, get approved, answer any of their questions, and then just load their products up, do some SEO, launch it on Google Shopping. I make it sound simpler than it is, you know, but there's always the stuff that you have to go into when you're doing this. Just like optimizing a campaign, you're going to want to look at your keyword reports, make sure you're not wasting money. So like when you set up your initial campaigns on this, don't go too high on your daily ad spend. You're going to want to give it some time to get some keywords coming in. Also, like if you build a negative keyword list when you start your campaigns, that's going to save you a lot of money too. So like you can do like negative keywords for like electric fireplace as an example, just the exact match, because you don't want this keyword sending you traffic. It's just going to burn your budget. You can also do negative keyword for infrared electric fireplace, because like I said, you know, that's going to burn your budget. You want people who are going to be searching like Duraflame electric fireplace. See, I'm going to show you guys another really cool niche. This blew my mind when I came across it. So I'm sure this is like super high ticket, guys. Super, super high ticket. So there's these golf simulators, okay? And a lot of rich people love playing golf, as we know. And these are the type of people that are always going to have money no matter what time of the year it is, okay? Let me see if I can find a Shopify store running this. So this is like a brand. Okay, let's see. Foresight, Flight Scope. Man, there's just like so much money to be made in golf. Rain or shine golf, man. And you know what I love about high ticket is that all of these high ticket stores are drop shipping from the United States. See, I'm going to tag this. See, no one's tracking this stuff, guys. Whenever you come across a store that doesn't have data, as we know, it's going to need time to track. And that's a really good sign that you're thinking way different than anyone else. Rain or shine golf. And like, no one's getting into this. Like, because everybody's thinking the same. And they end up looking at the same product research on all these other tools. They don't do anything that's original, right? And that's why it's good to do your own research, because when everybody just organizes the products the same way as on all these other tools, they just end up seeing the same products and competing against each other. See, it's going to need some time to high ticket. Shop indoor golf. But think about it, if you sold one of these $20,000 golf simulators, what's the margin going to be? Like even on this $9,000 one, your margins are going to be pretty solid. I think you made 20% on a $8,000 item. Oh my gosh, look at this. Here we go, guys. This is killer. Look, golf simulator. Here's a company that's doing really, really well. They're doing like, I'd say like on average, probably about 70,000 a month on this store. But look at what their top seller is. Flight Scope, Mevo Bronze Golf Simulator, right? So what we would do is we go to Flight Scope, okay? And we would set up a wholesale account with Flight Scope. So I hit contact, go to contact here, okay? I would hit these guys up. Definitely, like I said, it would help to have a website when you're dealing with these guys to let them know you're more serious. But just goes to show, like, look at this. Look at these numbers. These guys are definitely not carrying this product. This is high ticket, and they're just drop shipping it from the suppliers. So we have a few more questions. I'm a beginner. Could you explain how a wholesale account works? So wholesale accounts are really easy, guys. It's basically you're going to a brand or a distributor that already carries the product, and you're asking to set up a wholesale account. They're going to give you an application. You're going to fill it out. You'll then ask for if they have a data feed or spreadsheet for loading the products on your site. You basically take the pictures, the product descriptions, the titles, you load them onto your website. You do a little bit of SEO, you start selling it. When an order comes in, you send it to the wholesaler, which is the brand or the distributor, and they ship it out for you. And then they give you a tracking number that you give to your customer. They're shipping from the United States, so you don't have the long shipping times as you do shipping stuff from China. That is a benefit of doing high ticket. Let's see. And yes, so high ticket and like brands and distributors, they will work with you even if you're outside the United States. It doesn't matter because you can pay them with a credit card. You don't have to have a US bank set up. It's quite simple. And if you're a beginner, like I would start, mid-ticket, maybe, focus on stuff under $1,000, $500 to $1,000. The thing is, like, when you're learning and you're doing high ticket, okay, the higher the product price is, that's going to be a little bit more risk. So like if you end up with a return and not knowing how to manage your company, right? That could be a bit of an issue. So, start on a scale that is close to your risk tolerance. That way you're not putting yourself at risk of losing money to learn something. And then when you feel more comfortable, you can definitely, scale it up a little bit more and grow with your company, and your risk tolerance. Let's see. Any other questions? Ad budget is similar, like normal. Yeah, so like I said, you want to be more focused on your targeting. Definitely set like a lower, like daily spending budget and watch your keyword reports so you can get rid of all those like very broad keywords. Like on here, like if I was selling golf simulators, I would not want to advertise on this keyword golf simulator. Okay. I would want to advertise on the brand and that keyword because that is going to be more precise to what the customer is looking for. Or if they're looking at golf simulators, the customer does not know what they want. You know what I mean? It's like you're looking up socks, but you don't know if you need running socks or wool socks. It's like you don't know what you want, So Is that going to convert as much as wool socks or running socks if that's what you're selling? Yeah, it's not. So just think about it that way. Precision is just so much better with high ticket, and that's why you really want to focus, like I said, on the make, the model, the brand, and what it is in combination with that, not just golf simulator. And then like if you want, so say you get into this niche, right? Golf simulators, and you want to find more products, okay? So we'll start off looking at this site here. This is what you do. You're like, okay, I want to find more wholesale accounts. Okay. So you're going to just click on one of their products. Okay. You're going to search this product in Google. Okay. And let me get rid of a bunch of these tabs real quick, just so we can kind of clear this out. Make it easier for me to focus because I just cannot work in cluttered environments. It drives me nuts. All right, so we got Shop Indoor Golf, Rain or Shine Golf. You're just gonna track all these stores, okay? And whatever comes up on like the top 10 products, you're going to want to make a list of all the brands that they carry, and you're gonna try to get wholesale accounts with all these different brands. See, Gun Ho Golf, because not every website is going to carry the exact same brand. So let's see, that's my high ticket. Rain or Shine Golf. Okay, yeah, we're tracking that one already. Shop Indoor Golf. Okay, these we're already tracking. Okay, the Wiz Golf. Okay, and a lot of these guys are running Shopify. That's the best. And I'm going to show you guys some themes too that you can use when creating a high ticket store, just so you have an idea of what works. Okay, a lot of these aren't being tracked. This is great. That's how I know I'm on the trail, because if everyone is already tracking a site, then we know that people are thinking just like other people. Let's see here. Start tracking this one. SkyTrack. This may not be Shopify. Oh, look, someone else running this, and they were doing like at least $15,000, if not $20,000 days on average. This is wild. All right, and then say we want to find more. We would just search this, any product in Google again, okay? And then we just look for more stores. I think that was one shop, yeah. Let me refresh this, see if we got some data. Oh, we're gonna have to wait a little bit on this one. But you could also look up like flight scopes. Let's see if we can find anyone else in here. There's not so many, which is a good sign, because there's just not a lot of people doing this. Let's see, play better. Top Shelf Golf. Let's see if we can track any of these guys. Let's add that one. Okay, let's do this one. See, no one's tracking these. And something that's cool that we're going to actually do in the future too with Shop Hunter is we're going to show how many people are tracking each store, so you guys can see what might be more saturated. But you know, if something's saturated, sometimes it just takes a different marketing angle in order to compete in something like that. So don't always think like something is just impossible to market because there's a lot of people already doing it. It just means that you should differentiate yourself and your product if you're looking at a market you consider to be saturated. All right. And then once you have all these organized, like what you're going to do is you're going to give it some time to be tracked. And you're going to be able to come back in here and keep looking at the data as it starts coming in. So let's see, Foresight Golf. Okay, FSX software upgrade. Man, these guys are just selling software even. Swing Catalyst, yeah. So we just started tracking this and we can see they're getting sales. This is pretty crazy. Rubber bowl tray. Man, this is just insane, the type of money being made. And like the funny thing is, like, everyone thinks that like, oh, you have to drop ship from China to make money. But not a lot of people think about high ticket. And this is where I kind of got started. So like originally I was going after brands just like we're doing for high ticket, but I was selling on Amazon. And the nice thing about Amazon is that they already have a reputation and product listing built. And if you get permission to sell a brand like this on Amazon, all you have to do is just be one of the sellers on the listing. And what happens is Amazon will rotate that buy box. It's not always about who has the lowest price, even though that will give you a higher probability. But with Amazon, oh shit, my webcam's down. Let me fix it. So I'm talking, what Amazon does is, give me 1 second while I fix this damn camera. 1 second, guys. Love the technical difficulties. This happens like at least every single time. All right, we're back up on the camera. All right, so Amazon, talking on like high ticket products. What you want to do with Amazon is you're gonna want to find brands that everyone's selling the same price. So if we go to Amazon.com, okay, I'll look up flight scope, okay. What you want to see is everyone selling the product for the same price. Because what a lot of brands do is they enforce something called MAP pricing, MAP. What MAP pricing stands for is minimum advertised pricing, okay? And what that means is that they do not let anyone else sell for whatever that minimum advertised price is. So say that the minimum advertised price is $19.99. Everyone is going to be selling at that same price, which means that you're going to have an equal share of getting the buy box on Amazon, as well on Google Shopping. And everyone's not competing on price because everyone's just selling for the exact same price. And so like those are like the best wholesale accounts in my opinion, is when you see everyone following MAP pricing. And if you don't follow MAP pricing, usually what they'll do is they'll take away your wholesale account and they won't let you sell anymore. And let me see, we have a few questions. Could you give a few examples of like mid-ticket products? Like, all right, mid-ticket products. I mean, it's really simple. Like if you're looking at high-ticket products, say like on this golf store, okay, you could also find like mid-ticket products. Like look at this, a Garmin launch monitor and golf simulator. Like this would be an example, like a mid-ticket product. Just look for some stuff that is, you know, priced within the range. And then let's see here. Do you need to have sales in the niche already? No, you don't need to have sales already to get wholesale accounts, but it does help to have a website. Now, if you're just making a website and you don't have products up on there, what you could do is you could use Copy app for Shopify, okay? And you find another store that's already running, you know, wholesale like this. Just like if we go here and we look at our high ticket stores, okay? You could take, say, this store right here or this one, okay? And what Copy will do is it will basically load all the products from this store onto your site. So if you're going to get like a wholesale account set up and it looks like you're carrying other brands, is going to build more trust. But the one thing you want to be aware of is if you're getting a wholesale account for a brand that you currently have the products on your site, just, try to hide those. So they're not like, hey, why do you have our products on your website type of deal? Because, they might get a little spooked by that. So just something to consider. And that's kind of like the hack on like to get set up and look like you have like a good reputation. But if you can, like, you want to go about it more of like a white hat way, you can just try to get wholesale accounts and just let them know that your website is currently under construction before. But there are people who definitely use copy. Common themes, wholesale theme is one of them that a lot of people use for doing high ticket. No, I'm sorry, it's warehouse. So this is a common theme that people use for high ticket. Kind of looks like Amazon. Has a bunch of the common things that you're going to need, such as like your phone number and everything. The other one that I've used is Shoptimized. These are the two themes that I would recommend if you're going to run high ticket. These are what are kind of like the standard for high ticket drop shipping. Let's see here. So do you need to have sales? No. Let's see other questions. Would you suggest drop shipping to countries other than the US? If you're doing like European high ticket drop shipping, you're going to want to find wholesale accounts in the countries that you're going to be advertising to. So like if you're doing the UK, you would just look for people selling on shopping on Google in the UK, for example. And that's going to lead you to, find wholesalers for high ticket drop shipping in those countries where you want to advertise in. Honestly, I really want to try out mid ticket. I haven't found too much success in low ticket. Yeah, I mean, Google ads for mid ticket work great. Like I said, just focus on the make, model, and brand. Try to stay away from those broad keywords, and that's gonna like really do you wonders. Like, don't sell golf simulators, sell SkyTrack golf simulators, or swing turf golf mats versus golf mat. You don't want to end up advertising on like golf mat, for example, or hitting mat. You want to advertise on swing turf, hitting mat, or swing turf golf mat. So get rid of those broad keywords. Unless you have a little bit more risk tolerance and you want to test it, you can. But from my experience, especially like broad keywords with 2 keywords or even 3 or less, will just burn your budget. So stay away from that. Look, like if you wanted to just like keep expanding on this, like you could literally just like even search each category and just like keep finding wholesale accounts like True Strike, Country Club Light, let's see, Fire Built, like there's like just endless amounts of brands that exist that you can go get wholesale accounts for that are doing numbers just like this. Like, look at this. Like, this is like where they're making a ton of their money selling this Flight Scope Mevo. Like, so I would get a wholesale account with Flight Scope like right away. Like when you're tracking these stores, you're going to look in Shop Hunter for like where they're making a majority of their revenue. And those are going to be like the wholesale accounts that you're going to want to set up first. So like I would definitely go after like Flight Scope Mevo. So I'd hit up flightscope.com. Like I said, get a wholesale account with these guys and start advertising that product first. And yeah, Google Shopping is like going to be your 80-20 when it comes to doing high ticket drop shipping. Other places like Facebook or TikTok, are going to be like more remarketing type platforms. You're not going to get as much traffic from those from cold. So like I would still like at least do like your Facebook pixel on there just to kind of like warm it up for remarketing once this does take off and you have enough traffic for doing remarketing. But like imagine this, and you sell a Flight Scope Mevo, which these guys just sold 33 minutes ago, for $2,500. Even if you're making, 30% off of that, that's a big chunk of money just for one product selling. Let's see. So when you're running Google Shopping ads, do you always use negative keywords before starting? I do. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. How do you determine on which keywords you should write more text for on the shop at first? Okay, like negative keywords, like I said, you want to just stay away from the broad keywords. So if you're building a Google Shopping campaign, you want to basically add keywords like hitting mat, golf hitting mat. Those would be exact match negative keywords. So like what you do is you put them in the brackets like this when you add them to your negative keyword list, and that'll be an exact match. So you'll still get traffic if they're looking up true strike golf mat or true strike hitting mat. But because customers may not know what they want when they're looking up a golf hitting mat, and usually they're going to price shop this stuff, that's just going to prevent you from burning your budget on stuff before you start getting sales, just because you're going to convert way better when people look up the brand and the product type. And Google, like I said, is the platform that works best for me when I've done high ticket in the past, as well Amazon. Amazon is like so easy. If you're set up on there, just make sure that you get permission from these brands to sell on Amazon, because not all of them like you to sell on Amazon, and it's because they've had either trouble with people dropping the price and they just don't know how to control map pricing on there, or they just want to be the only brand that sells on Amazon. So, it's kind of like, you just got to play the numbers game on it and ask it every single account that you get, but don't ask them right away. Like your main goal first should be getting the account, okay? Because if you ask them like, hey, can I sell your product on Amazon when you're applying for the account? They're going to be like, this guy just wants to sell my product on Amazon. He's not really serious about spending advertising money. He just wants to leech off of our brand, so don't talk about that like when you're getting an account. Wait till you get the wholesale account set up first, and then load it on your website, build a little bit of a good relationship with the supplier, and then look at selling it on Amazon and asking them for permission, because you don't want to lose that account, because these accounts can definitely make you a lot of money if you do it right. And especially if they let you sell it on Amazon, it's really easy money. Like you don't even have to have a website, even though you should to get these accounts. But that's just like another channel of advertising that is just going to print money, and you're just going to be able to sell. Something to keep in mind, like if you are going to sell these products on Amazon, make sure that they have like a way of keeping track of their inventory, because the worst thing to do on Amazon is run out of inventory or sell something that is out of stock with the supplier, because then what happens is you're gonna get dinged. Like you're gonna even possibly get banned on Amazon if you can't fulfill an amount of products, because how Amazon works is it's based off of an average. So like if you only sold 10 products that month and you get one cancellation, your cancellation rate is going to be 10%. So just like make sure that this is a product that they're always going to have in stock, and that you have a inventory management system for Amazon. And I'll show you guys too, like a system. Let me think. It was inventory source. My spelling's like way off. Okay, like this is an example of an inventory management system that you could plug into Amazon and other places like Shopify to manage your inventory when you're doing high ticket drop shipping. And these guys also have a lot of different accounts too. I don't like using this. I like going after accounts that are a little bit more unique, because everybody's going to go after these accounts that are already on this site. So just a disclaimer. And what this software does is it'll you could hit them up, and if there's a inventory feed from the supplier, they can install it and set it up for you. But that's how you'll want to run Amazon. But I would recommend like first start it with at least Shopify, because on Shopify you could just cancel an order. You're not going to get dinged. You could refund the customer, you know, if it's not in stock. The only thing that's going to get hit is your advertising budget, because you paid for a conversion on something that you're not able to fulfill. So, you know, that's kind of a question that you're going to want to ask when you get these wholesale accounts, is like how they keep and manage inventory. You know, do they always have a pretty good stock, or do they sell out often on stuff? And then if they do sell out, too, you could always set up like a notification on your site for people to be notified of when it'll be back in stock. Let's see, other questions. Do they need company information for a wholesale account? Like usually what they're going to ask for is like a reseller certificate. So the way you get a reseller certificate is you register with your state, your business, and then you get a reseller certificate with your state. Not every state has a reseller certificate. I'm based in Oregon, and they don't have sales tax, so we don't have reseller certificates here. But there's a different type of form that I fill out that basically tells them that. So when I get accounts, I just send them that form specifically. And then they're like, oh, okay, no, that makes sense. So they'll give me that account without a reseller certificate. But you'll want to have like a registered business, like an LLC. Because if you apply it and you don't have like your name, you're just using like your personal name, you don't have a business name, it's not going to be like very helpful. You know, they're going to see you as like just like a noob and go like, this guy, I can't take him serious because, you know, he doesn't even own a business. So why should we give him a wholesale account with our brand, right? Let's see. So, you know, get an LLC. Make sure if you have a state that offers reseller certificates that you do get that reseller certificate. And what's up, Chris? Long time no see, brother. Yeah, we're just helping people out today, doing some high ticket dropship learning and product research, and gotta love it. But you know, there's so many different types of niches. So what I'll do is after this video, I'm gonna drop in the description a bunch of high ticket niches that you guys could look at and just find different stores, throw them on Shop Hunter, try to track them, see what you can find that's really doing most of the revenue, just like here on this one, and just look for those different opportunities. To open up an LLC is really easy. Just go to like your state website, as well as there's lots of other services out there for registering LLCs, but you don't really need to use a service if you just go through the process on the state's website. So you would just look up, you know, register a business in whatever state you're in. And then you'll see like that .gov or whatever the TLD is for your state. And that's where you're going to go to register for your state. And then you're going to go to, I think it's like irs.gov for your EIN. And you're going to fill out that information too, because you're going to need an EIN eventually too, because that might also be requested in some of the applications you're going to be filled out. Let's see here. Opening an LLC outside the U.S. is literally a tax haven. Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. Like if you're not in the United States, you can definitely still get into wholesale drop shipping, but you're just going to want to have all your ducks in a row when you go to get these accounts set up. Yeah, I mean, Cabra, just because you live in Switzerland doesn't mean you can't do this. Like, even if you do it in Europe, man, like wholesale dropshipping, like way more popular in the United States, but a lot of people are very successful doing this in other countries. Like I know people in the UK that do high ticket and they do so well. Like they're some people that only do it on Amazon. They're not even doing it on Google Shopping. Like there's people who do just like I said, Google Shopping, and then there's even people that don't even touch Google Shopping. They're just on Amazon selling all day, every day. And like if you're on Amazon and you want to find what other people are doing, it's really this easy. Like you would look over at the other sellers on these listings. If you wanted to get accounts, you would open up the seller's store information, okay? And you just look at what other products they're selling. Now, this person, yeah, they're like doing some retail arbitrage, I could tell. But if they were selling other stuff that looks like it was from a wholesale account from other brands that are high ticket, and they were focused just on this niche of golf, then I would hit up all those accounts that were golf related on that seller's profile when you're looking at what products they're selling. And that's how you're going to find like other wholesale accounts from Amazon sellers, just as an example. And Amazon's like its own beast, man. I feel like people are either doing Shopify or they're doing Amazon. But Amazon's great for research too. You just, like I said, you just want to look at what the other sellers are. So you're going to always click on this. You're going to see, okay, who else is selling on here? Let's see here. So we have Flight Scope. Okay, that's the brand. Okay, so we don't need to look at them, but we have Alpha Rocket. Okay, so I would check out Alpha Rocket stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy's so new, so they may not be a good fit. You know, it takes a little bit more filtering out. I always prefer to just look at Shopify stores just because I could track and automatically pinpoint where most of the revenue is coming from using Shop Hunter. It just simplifies it, makes it so much easier for me. I could track a bunch of stores over time and just see exactly what's coming in. Oh, look, you know, now that we've given this a little bit more time, we can see some data coming in on some of these stores. Like, you know, take this store that was doing like really big numbers. Like, look at this Flight Scope. Like, there's a big pattern here because that's what was selling the most from that other store. You get a small piece of this pie, you're just going to be making like easy money drop shipping, and you don't have to worry about those shipping times. With Amazon, do I use Helium 10? Yeah, Helium 10 is kind of like a really good software, especially for like managing inventory if you run a brand, keyword research. But the thing to consider is like on Amazon, everyone already kind of does like the keyword research for you. So all you have to do is just pay attention to the titles and the keywords that they use, because you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel too much. You know, if someone already did the market research, they're going to already show you what keywords they've chosen based off the thing. And if you're doing wholesale, you don't even have to worry about SEO because you're just hopping on the listings that are already created, especially on Amazon. So you don't have to worry about SEO or any of that, or advertising. You're riding off of the brand that's already there. Same with Google Shopping, except you're going to want to do SEO on that at least. That way, you know, you come up on the listings and have a good quality score. Because if you don't have these keywords in here, like Flight Scope and Golf Simulator, you're not going to end up showing up on Google Shopping or ranking high in Google Shopping when you're running those ads. So just make sure you have like the make, model, serial number, or SKU in the product title when you're doing this on Google Shopping, because that's going to give you a higher quality score, which is going to give you cheaper clicks, because there's this thing called CPM, and that's basically like if you get 1,000 impressions, the more clicks that you get during those 1,000 impressions is going to basically tell Google how much to charge you for, because they don't want to serve ads to customers if they're not clicking on them, because then, you know, Google's losing money. So that's why you're going to get charged more if your click-through rate is lower. So, you know, make sure you guys SEO that stuff with those components that I told you about. Let's see, other questions. Like, I know what LC is if I want to sell. Okay, we went over that. Yeah, I mean, so like in a nutshell, guys, like this is high ticket drop shipping. It's really awesome. I'll be doing product research on here, you know, a couple times a week. So if you guys have requests, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear what other type of niches you guys want me to dig into. If you guys want me just to do golf or pets, whatever it be, happy to dig into it and just show you guys what type of winning products I could find. Hopefully expand the way that you guys think about e-commerce. I just want to show you guys, like, there are a lot of different opportunities out there outside of drop shipping from China or building brands. There's so many different types of business models that you can be successful in so many different ways. And I just want to like expand your mind and like help you guys think differently, because I feel like so many people always kind of get stuck in the bubble of like being around the same people, right? So it's like you have to break that mentality of thinking like everyone else in order to start thinking outside the box. Because if we're just around people who sell on Shopify and we're using the same product research apps as everyone else, we're going to think the same as everyone. So you got to think differently sometimes to like really get an advantage and start making some different type of money, because when you think differently than everyone else, you're gonna like break barriers and you're gonna find things that no one else is thinking about. Like, who would have thought golf simulators? I guarantee you guys, no one here has thought of selling golf simulators. And if you have, you're like one of the 1% of people that just think differently. So congrats to you. But yeah, we could break into some other niches like home decor. Yeah, I would love to do that niche. That's a great niche, actually. So I'll be on maybe this weekend. So like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, because I do these sporadically until I get back on like a normal schedule. So I'd love to have everybody here again and just answer your questions and share as much information as possible, and just to inspire you guys on all the opportunities out there. Thank you again. We'll be doing lots more of these.